Hey,
Hey, y'all.
man, this little question about the weapons and tools thing has really got us talking today. So we're just gonna keep going at it,
That's
you
right.
know. So this time we talked about what, babe, the cost, what it costs.
Yeah, we wanted to talk about what is it going to cost you if you continue using weapons instead of tools in your relationship. And one of the things that we talked about, the biggest thing is it's going to cost you the relationship itself.
Absolutely.
It could cost you the
Yeah.
relationship itself.
Yeah.
That's a huge price to have to pay
Yeah.
if you continue using those
It's
weapons.
gonna cost you a healthy relationship. Let's say
Yes,
that.
a healthy relationship. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people who are just existing in their
Yeah.
relationship. You kind
Exactly.
of got that roommate factor going on.
You know what I mean?
Instead of
Yeah,
having
yeah.
a robust, healthy
Because at least you know
relationship.
that,
Mhm.
you know. So the other one would be we talked about esteem,
Your
self-esteem,
self-esteem,
yeah,
confidence.
yeah, confidence, and
Because
the
what's going
esteem
to happen
come
if
out.
I'm continuing to just emasculate you and continuing to just withhold from you and all of that? How that's going to make you feel as a man?
Well, within my household, it's gonna make me feel like, you know, less than, if I don't change it around, if I don't know how to defend. But like you say, if you constantly bombarding, and next thing I know, there's just rubble, right? There's nothing there, really. So I'm always going to be, you know, a little timid about saying anything or doing anything, and that's going to rub and affect anything that's attached to that. You know, the children.
And even as a woman, though,
yeah.
if you continue to compare me to other people or
Yeah.
devalue me,
Yeah.
I think my
withdraw.
self-esteem and my
Yeah.
confidence will like start like what's wrong with me?
What's wrong
You know,
with me?
doing
Yeah.
all of those things. We all have experienced that at times, and we know ultimately our confidence does come from Christ. But in your relationship, man, that stuff hurts.
Yeah.
It just hurts. It makes you feel unloved sometimes, or not that you are, but it makes you feel that way.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely could cost you your self-esteem and your confidence.
Well, since we're talking about the weapons and tools, let's just talk about weapons. Me being in the military, that was a term that would happen.
Gotta speak up a little bit, probably, huh?
Yeah.
The sirens.
We'll probably edit this right here. We got sirens coming down. We got
All right,
okay.
let's go.
That's it. All right. Being in the military, that was a term that's it sounds good at the beginning, but then the second word lets you know that wasn't what was supposed to happen. And when we're talking about weapons in a marriage, here we are. It's called friendly fire, right? So if I'm using weapons all the time and I'm not communicating, because we talked about in the other one, we wanted communication, honest communication. What was the other one? To be open.
And to grow.
And to, yeah, there was something else we called it. It's to be open, willing to grow.
Oh, willing.
Yeah,
Oh,
willing.
okay, yeah.
And to communicate honestly. So with that being said, friendly fire, when you don't have those three things happening, you're open, right? You're not willing to navigate and grow, and you're not willing to communicate honestly, you start getting this, all these weapons start going every which way. You over there doing this, and how that applies to in the military, when we start, you know, shoot, moving, and communicating, if you get out, and I thought you was going to be on the right side, and I'm coming straight up, and then you're firing toward the center, that's friendly. You're going to shoot me or I shoot you. You know how we maneuvering, and but I didn't know you was over there, right? So that happens in war and in conflict. So think about that friendly fire. If you're constantly not communicating, always doing this defensive and firing off with your withholding, I'm withdrawing, you know, you're emasculating, I'm comparing, here you are, and you blaming, and I'm devaluing. So all these things are going across. You over on the left, I'm coming straight through. You coming straight through, I'm on the right. It's just constantly, you know. And then you come in here, and you're supposed to be hitting a nail, and you hit me in the head. You know what I mean? So that it's just, it gets crazy.
And
really
a
gets
picture
crazy.
in my mind. Again, that scripture,
Yeah.
a wise woman builds her house, but a
Yeah.
foolish woman tears it down with her own hands. And I'm
Yeah.
thinking, like, you got a machine gun and you just, in your house, like,
Yeah, just wide
tearing
open.
up the whole
Yeah.
house. Like, that's your own house. What are you doing?
But I think that's where that saying goes. It's like, if mama not happy, the whole house not happy, or something like that, you know. So, but that can also happen, and that used to be one of the things that kind of irritated me, especially in the previous relationship, is that, okay, what if I'm not happy? You look like you enjoying yourself. You got a house, you got a car, you got all these things. You know, you get to do this and you get to do that, and then I'm just kind of, well, what about me? You know, so that's just friendly fire again. And here I am, instead of me communicating, when I get to that point, well, what about me? Instead, it's like, you know, hey, let's do something, you know, a little different today. You want to go fish?
I'll try it.
You
Yeah.
try it? But some people just say, no,
hey, no
you know?
fishing.
And then what's some of the stuff that you like to do?
Sit in the park.
Okay. Look, and to me, to sit in the park sometimes, I need to have something going on. But
Walk
you
in the
know,
park.
yeah, but the more mature I've gotten, I've learned to enjoy more of the quietness and the peaceful, and just seeing a different thing, and people watch. It's
yeah,
great.
we like
you know
people
what I mean?
watching.
Yeah, so
Look,
and
if
watching you, like y'all watching us, you know. So it's a lot of little
it's
things
a
like
nice
that.
sunny day outside,
Yeah.
this chick has to get out the house.
She runs out the house pretty
I'm
much,
like,
and I'm like,
it's a sunny day.
But one thing that happens, like we was talking earlier, if it's gonna be a beautiful day, we get breakfast earlier, we get lunch earlier, we got everything gets prepared so we can be gone. You know what I mean? So we done kind of got way off of this one question.
Oh,
What does
another
it
thing
cost?
that it
Yeah.
could cost
Yes,
you
what can it
is
cost?
the things that are attached to you.
Absolutely.
The
Well, I
kids,
did
your
mention
job.
that, yeah.
How is that affected if you continue using weapons
Yeah.
instead of tools?
So that's the friendly fire I was saying, and we kind of got off track, is that, you know, when the esteem gets low, when what was the first one? The relationship
Yeah.
is not there.
Yeah.
That affects everything.
It's that ripple effect.
It affects everything. And then if it does end in divorce, if it does end up y'all go y'all separate ways, if you're not married, then that esteem and the relationship that you go into, if you still continue to use the weapons, it's still going to be affected. Your
Yeah.
job's going to be affected. The children, if you had children, is going to be affected. Everything attached to it, you know. So, like they say, money can't buy happiness. Money can't buy, you know, a lot of things that it can't buy you esteem. It may buy you notoriety, but I know a lot of people. You might have to. Did I say notoriety?
Notoriety.
Yeah,
You said
okay.
it right.
Yeah, you know, sometimes my southern twang gets in the way, but yeah, I know a lot of people that have the notoriety. You know what I mean? Have the money, have the status, all that stuff, but hit them where it's, you know, that one little thing, that little boy, that little girl
Which
that
we
got
all
hurt.
have in
We
us.
all have in us. Then they just totally fall apart when you know, something, you know, could be dealt with.
Yep.
Because they've been defending, they've been firing and using their weapons, and then tick, click, click. Now I don't have any that thing that's not effective in this relationship.
That's
so
right.
now I need some tools.
Yeah.
to
I
build
guess that
up.
could be a good thing we talk about next. What are tools that you can replace
Yeah,
those things with instead
absolutely.
of using them? That's a good
Cool.
one. All right, y'all. So just remember, ask yourself, what is it gonna cost if I continue using these weapons instead of tools
And we say
in my
relationship, your esteem, and
Confidence,
everything
yeah,
connected
attached to it.
That's it.
That's right.
So, appreciate
All right,
y'all.
y'all.
And again,
It's
it's never pointless. All right, we're getting better. We'll talk to you later.
Take
Love
care,
y'all.
y'all.
Peace.